532 days left until the big 4-0. I did something that I don't usually do today, which is I took myself down to the beach. There is this really pretty path that runs through the area. Didn't mean to show it to you, but I was trying to fix my keys so I didn't drop them. And it runs through this, like, I don't know if it's like a state park or what it is. It's funny, I never come down here alone, ever. Even though I really actually love being alone at the water because it's very grounding, it's very soothing. I think I just needed the water. I needed the water. I needed my feet to touch the sand and to touch the ocean, even though it is a little chilly for northern Florida. It's only like in the 60s, which as a former New Englander sounds crazy to say, but I guess my blood thinned out. But anyway, so I went down. Here's a beautiful scenery I'm walking through. I don't know why I never take myself down here. I don't know if it's like a fear as a woman being alone somewhere. Which very well could be it. I'm sorry, I have to keep swapping hands because my arthritis is in full swing and it really hurts. But hold on, I'm going to shift the phone. It is like actually stunning here. It's absolutely beautiful. But anyway. But today's the kind of day where I feel like someone either already has or is going to absolutely rip my heart out of my chest. Yeah. This week is always hard. This week is the week that was when I miscarried a few years ago. It was not an expected pregnancy. My little one was only 4 months old when I found out. And I knew from the beginning. I knew the moment I found out it wasn't going to stick. And this week back in 2022 was probably one of the scariest weeks I've ever had in my entire life. And it's funny because I think I'm mostly past it until the week comes. And then, I don't know, it just hits me. It's almost like my body knows before I remember when it is, you know. And anyway, I went into my Bible study group this morning, which is lovely, lovely people. I had to leave early. I just couldn't stay. It was one of the, every few weeks there is a topic. They do like a movie, not a movie, like a video for the beginning part, and it just, I needed to leave after, and it was beautiful, and it was lovely, and it was probably something that I needed to hear. I'm going to pause here for a minute. Hold on. Sorry. I think as a female, when I'm anywhere, I still kind of abide by the rules of don't be distracted when people approach you. And luckily, my moment of pause helped me find the parking lot, because earlier when I was walking around here, I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to figure out where my car was. I figured worst case, I know the path ultimately leads to the main road, and I could always just go to the main road and walk back to the parking lot if I couldn't figure it out. I'm going to get in my car and then I'm going to resume this. Back in my car. I don't know, is it everybody? Is it just me? Oh, it is all over my shirt. Too much lint, I guess, for my sweater, so I'll just fix it. It's okay. Anyway, now that I'm in my car, I don't know if it's just me, if it's all females, but I've always had this feeling that when you're somewhere, you have to pay attention. So anyway, the talk was beautiful, but it gutted me. I sat in the back, and I'm glad I did, because there was part of the story that I actually started to cry, and I'm not a huge crier usually. I was glad the room was dark and I was by myself because I cried. And then I actually went and sat in the church for a little bit, and I cried some more in there. And I walked around the church grounds, and then I just felt called to the water. I just needed to go see it. I wasn't here for very long because I have somewhere I have to be in a little bit, and I don't like to be late for things. But I needed to go see the water, and so I did. And I took myself, and it was kind of nice as I actually wasn't afraid. I was cautious, which I think is always appropriate, but I wasn't actually afraid, so that was cool. Yeah, so I think between the Bible study getting me and this week just being one of those weeks that I just kind of hold my breath for every time it comes, because it just hits me wrong. I always joke I kind of got like a hard exterior, usually. Not hard in like as in callous, but like, yeah, I'm a pretty tough girl, I think. And this entire week, every December, I'm like fork tender the entire week. So I just took myself down. I have to go I have a therapy appointment at 1 o'clock that I don't want to go to. It is to sort of do like the recap of my EMDR last week, which was, I think it kind of broke me open. Not in a bad way, but definitely broke me open a little bit. And yeah, I don't know. I am proud of myself for going through this process because it's been hard. It also has made it so that the way that I've coped with my life for the last, I can't really say all 38 years because I don't know that I coped this way at 2, but I don't have many memories before I started to cope the way I do now. So let's just say for funsies, it's 35 years of coping. And it doesn't work anymore. It's almost like my old programming broke. And now I'm trying to navigate things in a very new way with people who have known me my entire life being one particular way. And I feel like while it was necessary, it's also causing a little bit of friction. And that's hard during a season that's already hard. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, my goal before 40 is to be the most whole person that I can. And moments like this make me realize that self-care is absolutely not just bubble baths and fun face masks and painting your toes and all those things. Sometimes self-care, in the case of days like today, is going to an appointment that is going to hurt. It's doing things that are hard and that you don't want to do but are necessary. And I think I keep kind of like thinking of it like a glow up. I've heard that expression and I like it so much better than makeover. I just think it's so much kinder. But I've realized that if I truly want to glow, then I need to glow from the inside out, which means doing the hard work and doing things that I don't want to do and showing up when I don't want to, and actually taking a real hard look at my life and what works and what doesn't, because I can put on as much makeup as I want. I could go lose 50 pounds. I could do all of the things, but if I don't fix what's in here first, then it's just putting a coat of paint on an old rusty car. And I want some of my glow to come from in here versus just whatever I can put on myself. I've worn masks my whole life. It's kind of a survival technique, and I'm kind of ready to take the mask off. Actually, I'm very ready to take the mask off. So here is today 532. I hope it doesn't do me in.